Pittsburgh Steelers general manager Kevin Colbert didn't exactly inspire confidence that Ben Roethlisberger would remain the team's franchise quarterback, saying, as we sit here right now, he's the quarterback, but adding adjustments will have to be made. I'm Robin Lundberg here now with Bill Enright. And Bill, we've talked about whether, it could be the end for Ben Roethlisberger, but he wants to continue playing. So how about from the Steelers' point of view? If they do move on from Roethlisberger, they don't exactly have a better option. So should they go into a full rebuild? And for me, I say the answer is no. I know that the easy answer is to say yes, but they just went 12-4. Their head coach has never had a losing season. So this idea of eventually getting to a Super Bowl caliber team again in the future is nice, but don't you maximize what you have right now and figure something out?
It's really tough to maximize what they have right now by the way that Ben Roethlisberger played over the final month of the season. He's 38 years old. He has a big cap hit, $41 million cap hit, $15 million roster bonus on March 19th. And the Steelers, they're already over 30 million. They're already over the cap by $30 million. So let's break down what Ben did last season, right? You mentioned that they started 11-0. That was incredible. Roethlisberger, he played great for those first 11 games, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 6.7 yards per attempt, and he had a 61% completion percentage. But the last 5 games, where they lost 4 of their last 5, weeks 12 through 17, he had a 63 completion percentage. So that dropped down by about 4 percentage points. 5.6 yards per attempt. That was down from 6.7. And he had 9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, the same amount of interceptions over the last 5 compared to the first 11. So to me, Ben Roethlisberger really showed his age over the final month of the season. The Steelers, they really showed that without Ben playing at that high level, they can't win as many games as we saw them win during that incredible 11-0 stretch. How is he going to take that team to the Super Bowl if he can't really finish out their regular season that strongly?
Well, I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl, right? And I get it. That's the end goal. But I think sometimes we make anything that's not a Super Bowl a failure and act like being 3-13 is better. In the meantime, and you're right on Roethlisberger. I also don't believe Roethlisberger is anywhere close to being an elite quarterback at this point. And perhaps that's the impetus for the adjustments will have to be made. Maybe he's talking about restructuring that contract if Roethlisberger is willing, in order to have him continue to sort of be the placeholder until they figure out who the successor is. Because that's the main problem here. It's easy to go, yeah, move on from Roethlisberger, but they still have to have a successor in place.
That's a great point, and I don't believe that successor is going to be Mason Rudolph. I think it's worth noting the Steelers, they have the 24th overall pick in this year's NFL draft. Last year, they didn't have a first-round pick because they traded the Miami Dolphins for Minka Fitzpatrick. But the last 7 drafts, Robin, their first-round picks, all defensive players. 5 of them were linebackers. So maybe this is the year, if they restructure Roethlisberger's contract, maybe this is the year they grab one of the quarterbacks in that with that first round pick, grab an offensive player for the first time in 7 years, first time in 8 years, grab a Trey Lance or a Mac Jones. This way you can have the rookie quarterback sit on the bench for 2021, learn under Ben Roethlisberger and his restructured contract, and then you have a rookie, then you have a quarterback in year 2 that is able to take over the starting job and not necessarily rebuild, more of a reload.
Yeah, I think they need more on the offense as far as explosiveness, regardless, a quarterback and beyond.